Hello there, welcome back to the new year of shows. Today I'm going to do a box set video. It's going to be one of two. I'm going to do another one. This one's going to be more pulpy kind of stuff with some arty things. Then the next one's going to be more of the massive cinema and Eureka and stuff, those kind of box sets. I also did a Steelbook video, which I said was the first of the year, but I think it's going to become the third after these two. So in that video I'll proclaim this the first of the year, but it's not going to be the first of the year. But these three videos, I'm working at my new camera, so there may be a few flaws here or there. That's why I'm doing like collecting videos rather than like a talk to camera using green screen stuff and things. I'm just trying to make sure I've got everything worked out before I go back into the normal videos. So yeah, so this will just be these are my box sets. Now, since I've been collecting Blu-rays, these are Blu-ray box sets. I'm collecting Blu-rays since 2010, so I've had quite a while to get my collection up. You know, like even birthdays, Christmas, all that stuff as well. You get lots of vouchers and you buy what you want, and so I've had a lot of time to build up. So my collection's quite impressive in some ways. So let's get to it before I just yabber on for too long. The first few are TV shows. These are TV shows I think are quite interesting to have box sets of. The first one is Batman, the TV series. Now, if you grew up in the 80s, these were on TV all the time. And the box set is quite nice. You get things like this, you get lots of photos. And there's like 3 different boxes. Season 1, you get Season 2. Here's King Tut, one of my favourite villains, and Catwoman, one of the other favourite villains. There you go. And Season 3 is the Joker. And you get a booklet as well. Your nice little, it's a very small booklet too that was in the actual box set. I mean, it's quite nice to have these, you know, actually that in Blu-ray, and that's a good quality, because for years you had to live with like rubbish recordings off TV and things if you liked the TV show. I always loved the old Batmans. I mean, they were campy, but I have good memories of them as a child. And then when you watch them as an adult, it's different. It's a Mickey take of the genre, and when you were a kid you watched it as if it was a example of the genre. So, I mean, that's an obvious observation, but it's true. These are wonderful, and they've all been remastered, so you get to see all the costume and details, which are basically people in tights, and all the bams and woofs and stuff, so it's wonderful. I mean, I bought this out of nostalgia, but I have no shame about having it. I think it's a wonderful collection and good to have it. So, sorry, I'm just moving these out into a safe area. I've got other box sets of TV shows. I'm only doing a few of these, of the ones that are outstanding box sets. I mean, I've got stuff like Battlestar Galactica, Doctor Who. Yeah, I've some boxes I'm not going to bother showing because they're not that interesting. They're like TV shows or a movie series like Tremors or something where the box isn't that interesting, or Indiana Jones or something like that. The boxes aren't interesting to look at, so I'm only going to show the ones I think have good nice boxes that I'll keep the box. I'm in the boxes because the boxes are nice. So next is Batman, the animated series. This was the other great Batman. The Adam West and, for me, the Tim Burton Batman movies are the Batman like adaptations I really like. This is wonderful. There's beautiful pictures in here. So you have Batman, you have the disc, and you have the pictures, so you have the seasons. And you have the Catwoman here. Animation's beautiful. Your Joker. Penguin, one of my favourite villains. Harley Quinn, well, she was good and not in Suicide Squad. Two-Face fighting Robin. Two-Face is another one of my favourite villains. Batman and Catwoman. This is just gorgeous. Some of the other villains like Scarecrow, Riddler, Mr. Freeze. Another great Mr. Freeze, a proper version of Mr. Freeze. Batman and Robin. Again, another good version of Batman and Robin. Batman vs Two-Face, which is my favourite, like, everyone goes Batman vs Joker, but I always like Batman vs Two-Face more. Just a simple with Batman. And another Batman v Robin, Batman and Robin one. And you get a letter on the back Such a lovely box set, and look at the cover. In the back you get this, the front's nice. It's just lots of little details. Oops, sorry. Don't hear the details of various figures. So it's been really well done. And it's such a wonderful box set. It's just so much detail. I've been watching some of the episodes. This luckily came out when my birthday, so that was good. So yeah, that was a good one to have. And yeah, I'm enjoying watching those because I'm a real stickler for animation and good animation and the craftsmanship of animation. If you've seen my Carl Zeman videos and things like that, I like animation and imagination done well in film. And if it's done really well, I'll buy it. I mean, I've got all the Looney Tunes stuff as well here. That's not going to be in this collection, but I like animation. Animation's always good to see. Now we have the first Tom Baker season of Doctor Who. These are just new ones coming out. And this one's a nice box set because it's you get this, but you also get the TARDIS, the Doctor, and you get all of the episodes of the season on it. Plus it folds out, like the TARDIS folds out. This folds out to a TARDIS, and inside the TARDIS you get a booklet which explains this season. And this was the Tom Baker's first season, and it was, you know, first 3 Tom Baker seasons of Doctor Who are pretty amazing because they had Philip Hinchcliffe as producer and Robert Holmes as a script editor, and he wrote half those episodes. It was just one of those things where they did the idea of Doctor Who the best. Everything just came together. The writers were the best. The good enthusiastic directors, despite having low budgets. The Tom Baker was the Doctor. Elizabeth Sladen as assistant. And just the stories were great. I mean, some of my favourite stories came from this era, like the Talons of Wing Xiang and Pyramid of Mars. You know, the Brain of Morbius. You know, Deadly Assassin. It's just the story after story that really worked. Genesis of the Daleks, Ark in Space. It's just like half the great stories came from this era. So it's worth getting. If the other ones come out, I'm buying them. The ones season 2 and 3 of his first incarnation. After that it gets a bit dodgy, but the first 3 seasons are awesome. Okay, now we're going to go to films. Lots and lots of films. We'll start off with a collection, or director collection. This is the Hitchcock collection. This is a nice box set. I mean, I'm not the biggest Hitchcock fan, and even some of the films in here aren't his best. But there's some really good ones here as well, and it's a nice collection. I mean, here's the Saboteur. You get Shadow of a Doubt, which is my favourite Hitchcock film. You get Rope. You get Rear Window, one of the other best Hitchcock films. One of those films that the idea just matches his obsessions really well. You have Trouble with Harry, which is okay but forgettable. The Man Who Knew Too Much, I prefer the original. I don't get why people think that's better than the original. The original is much better than this one. Vertigo, which I really like. It's one of those weird films that it's sort of like Citizen Kane, where you have to love it. And even though I love both this and Citizen Kane, it becomes annoying when told you have to love something. Psycho, it's a very good film, but it's kind of overrated because it's no Peeping Tom. Peeping Tom's better. The Birds, which were when Hitchcock started to go a bit weird. Marnie, which is an interesting weird one. You get Torn Curtain, which is actually better than Reputation suggests. It's not great, but it's enjoyable. Topaz, which is one of the worst films I've ever seen in my life. It's the worst film made by a great director ever. It's so bad. Frenzy, which is a nice return to form. It's not great, but it's enjoyable, even though it's pretty dark. And finally, Family Plot is final film, which is enjoyable. You know, and of course, the end. It's a nice little box set. You can get it cheap, it's definitely worth it. The transfers are terrific. Your good extras. You know, there's certain films they don't have, the North by Northwest or Suspicion or Notorious and things like that are some of my favourites of Hitchcock's films. So it's not all the best ones. It's like half the really good ones. There's also other ones you don't get, so it's just what ones that he did when he was at Universal. Okay, now we're going to go. We've got two Eurekas that are on the wrong file, but we'll do them here before we get to the Eurekas. But these are nice ones. This is Passion of Joan of Arc, which is a very nice box. It's a terrific film, although I prefer Bresson's Joan of Arc film. I mean, most people prefer this, the Dreyer one. You get a nice booklet with it, which is terrific. I mean, it's 100 odd pages, or 93 pages. You get the film. It's one of the things you buy for the film. But I like, there's a lot of good Dreyer films I prefer to this one. This is one of the ones I actually like least of his. Even though it's one of the most acclaimed ones. There's a lot of films that were badly received at the time that I actually prefer. You know, Dreyer's kind of, I just like certain Dreyer films more than others, and that one is, I need to rewatch it though, but I just like the Bresson one so much. I saw the Bresson one before I saw this, and I think I may have been judging that based on the Bresson version of Joan of Arc. So it's kind of hard, you have two masters making a film with the same subject matter, so whatever one you see first is an advantage. Okay, this one's Edward Munch, Peter Watkins. It's a terrific film about a painter. I know that sounds awful, but the way it's done is wonderful. It's quite a long film. It's almost 4 hours long, but it doesn't feel it. It's one of those long films that doesn't feel that long. So, the reason these are nice box sets is they go for booklets. This one's another 70 pager where you get different writings on it and interviews. Anything that Peter Watkins does, give it a shot. He is a really good director, very underrated. He's one of the most underrated directors around. So he's like just wonderful. Next, this is a very basic box set. This is just 2 films that have been put together that are linked. I mean, they're still, you've seen the DVD, the Blu-rays put together. The only reason I bring this one up is because the films, The Look of Silence and The Act of Killing. The Look of Silence, yeah, The Act of Killing. The Act of Killing is people reenacting murders that took place in Burma. And The Look of Silence is a guy who deals with eyes, whose brother was killed, and he's confronting the people who murdered him, basically. And it's all about a famous mass murder, and it's looking at the mass murders in Burma from years later and what it means to the people involved. It's a wonderful film. The reason I bring it up is just trying to see the films. The box set's not great, but the films are. And Solitary One did a good video on this a few months ago, so check that video out. So the only reason I haven't done a video on it is because he just did one, and it's like, well, to watch that, you know, I don't have much more to add than what he said. So I'll just point you towards his video because it's good, and it's like, it stops me having to do one because he says quite a lot of the important stuff. Okay, next is the Laura Poitras collection. I don't know how you Poitras. We get Risk, which is a film about the WikiLeaks. You've also Citizen 4 by Edward Snowden. You've also got The Oath and My Country, which are both about set in the Middle East. Now I've seen 2 of these films. I've seen Risk and Citizen 4. Citizen 4 is terrific. Risk is flawed. I got this pretty cheap actually. Probably cheaper than it should have been sold as, because I got it when it was instantly put on Amazon and they put the wrong price on and I bought it then. So I was lucky there. But yeah, Citizen 4 is really worth seeing. Risk is worth seeing even though it's very flawed and very subjective because it's based on someone knowing the subject matter. The other 2 I haven't watched yet, but I'll get around to them. But it's definitely a good box set. Okay, now we're going to go to the other directors. And this is the Godfather collection. This is the old collection. I think I've done a version of it now, which is that's most slimlined. But this is much nicer though, because you get the signature and you get all the extras. So you get Godfather 1, Godfather 2, Godfather 3, alas they made Godfather 3, and the supplements. These are great films, great transfers. Even the third one, which everyone takes a mickey out, is still pretty good. It's just not in the same class as the first two. But it's definitely a lovely box set. I mean, there's nothing brilliantly unique about it. I mean, it's basically a mass market box set from the early period of Blu-rays. But it's worth having. And it's much nicer than the one they've replaced it with. Okay, next is Apocalypse Now. This it's got a faded side at the moment. I've had this for a while. This was one of the early box sets, Blu-ray box sets. So you get like booklets. So you get booklets with these pictures in it of production art and scripts. And this is, I think, was a booklet they gave out when it was released to the press. And there's lots of. You also get these pictures, but the best stuff is what's actually in which is the film itself, because you get these, even the Dennis Hopper thing. So you get the two different versions of the film, and you get the Hearts of Darkness, and like current interviews or interviews from 2010. Which shows people looking back in Apocalypse Now. So you get it from a variety of different time zones. So you get a full documentary, you're getting like 2 hour long interviews with Francis Coppola interviews, Martin Sheen and John Milius. Milius is the writer, Martin Sheen was the star. So there's 2 different versions of the film. This is a great film. You can actually watch either version and you're going to have a good time. I mean, some people prefer the original, some people prefer the Redux. I don't have any strong opinion either way. I really like both versions. So they do feel different. So it's whatever you fancy. You're going to have a good time. Okay, next up is a series of films mostly directed by the guy who's meant to do Apocalypse Now, George Lucas, with his Star Wars collection. Of course I'm going to have a Star Wars box set. What kind of fool do you think I am? This is a nice box set. You get the cover, the background, so you get Anakin, the young Anakin and Luke Skywalker, and you get the general. So you get the full story. You get all first 6 films before they've sold to Disney. You get a booklet, and you get a bunch of extras. So you get like the 6 films with commentaries. Then you get a selection of extras for the prequels, then for the originals, and then you get a general extra disc. The extras are all different from what you get in the DVDs, so they actually put effort into that. The only thing that carries over from the DVDs are the commentaries. All the extras are different after that, so you can actually own the DVDs and the Blu-ray, and you get different extras. So they don't just reuse the same stuff lazily. They actually do something different all the time. These are good transfers, not the best ones, but good ones of all the films. If you enjoy the Lucas era Star Wars, everything you need here. It's just like, this is probably the best way to get Star Wars. You can buy box sets, but you only get the prequels and the originals as well. But it's probably better to buy this because you get all the extra discs, and it's a nice box set, and it's a nice completionist version of the Lucas era of Star Wars. If you like Star Wars. Okay, so that, just put boxes there. Okay, now we have another director. Set of box sets. It's Stanley Kubrick. If you've watched my other video, you know Kubrick's one of my favourite directors of all time. This is a collection of quite a lot of his films. So it goes from Lolita to Eyes Wide Shut, plus you get an extra disc as well. I mean, it's the only one you don't get in this from Lolita onwards is Doctor Strangelove, because it's a different studio that made it. But you get a booklet here. You get a booklet which covers the film. Obviously I'm messing this up. Covers all the films. It's a nice booklet. Very awkward though to try and see Eyes Wide Shut imagery. And you get the films themselves. I feel very awkward doing this. So I feel I'm in a weird angle. So you get all the films, plus you get an extra disc. and it's great collection. All the films have some extras on them, apart from Barry Lyndon and Lolita. Every other one has lots of extras, but you get good transfers of every film. I mean, Barry Lyndon now has a Criterion disc, so if you want extras for Barry Lyndon, you have to buy the Criterion version. But I'm sure if you're a film fan, you don't have a problem doing that. But it's a great box set. The picture quality is great. The extras are terrific. You know, it's just a really good set. Next is Alien. Alien set is this is just a fold out. You just fold them out, and you get all the films. So you get Alien, Aliens, Alien 3, and Alien Resurrection. Plus extra discs where you get like hours of documentaries on each film, how it developed. So you get the whole thing about the first Alien, how it developed from Dan O'Bannon's idea to the actual film, and all the politics involved between Walter Hill and Dan O'Bannon and all that stuff, the writing of the script. You get James Cameron's Aliens, where how that developed and how it went through. Then you have the wondrous extras disc of Alien 3, of that catastrophe of a film which I adore, and the Alien Resurrection, which more or less shows why it was such a bland film. You get extended versions of every film, so you can watch the original or you can watch the extended version. So I'd recommend extended versions of Aliens and Alien 3. The Alien one's worth a watch, but there's some nice bits in it. It's paced quicker, but I think the original cut's probably a better film. But the recut is worth a look just for curiosity. Alien Resurrection, either cut is bloody awful, so I would skip it. I mean, it's one of those films where the extras are more interesting than the actual film. It's just a dull film. It's badly written, but terribly directed. It's just tone deaf completely. But I have it as part of my collection for the first three. It's a nice box set. Okay, next is the Monsters Collection. Okay, in the Monsters Collection, you get a booklet which tells you all about what's in the collection. You get these cards, which just shows you the posters for all the different films. They're nice, but you don't really need any of that. The real wonder is the collection itself, where you have all these discs. These are things of beauty. So you get Frankenstein, Bride of Frankenstein, Dracula. You get the Spanish Dracula. You get the Mummy, the Invisible Man, Creature from the Black Lagoon, Phantom of the Opera. So you get all the Universal originals, you know, plus one of the sequels. I also say that Universal have also released each series individually, so you can get the Dracula series where you get the Dracula plus all the sequels. You can get Frankenstein plus all the sequels. The Wolfman plus all the sequels, which Wolfman's also in this. You get lots of extras in here, all about the actors involved, all about the James Whale and all that, all the influences of everyone important. You get a great documentary BBC did in the 90s, all about the horror phenomena. Kenneth Branagh was the narrator of that. That's brilliant. It's definitely worth more than one watch because it covers everything you really need to know. So, I mean, I've gone full horror, bought this. I've got all the extra ones as well, which you get a lot of duplication because there's stuff like House of Frankenstein where you have Frankenstein and Dracula, so you get that in every disc. I've even got the Mummy sequels too. I have no self-control when it comes to monster movies. It's pretty bad. Yeah. Okay, now we're going to go to the Arrow collection. First of all, Phantasm. Yep. I like Phantasm. Phantasm. If it wasn't the box set, I wouldn't have included this, though. I mean, look at this. You get the ball, which you can put the things on. I'm not going to bother with that, though. You can put the little things in the front and the ball floats at you, so you can... It comes out. This comes out as well. Like this, and it goes down, and you get this. So you get a bunch of films First of all, you get a booklet, which is on many pages, but it's 135 pages, over 130 pages, and you get all the press releases, all the pictures, plus you get all the films and individually this. Each one's the same, like it's a ball basically. You get Phantasm. There's Phantasm 1 all the way through to Phantasm 5, and plus you get the extras disc as well. I haven't seen Phantasm 5, I tried to watch it, it's really bad. The first 4 are really enjoyable. I mean, Phantasm is it's now a bit overrated because it's revered now when it's just a cheap, cheesy horror movie, when it's a fun, cheap, cheesy horror movie. The sequel, I'm collapsing here. I like Phantasm 2, it's my favourite of the bunch because it's got some money behind it, plus they just go up mad, but they still keep it surreal. Phantasm 3 and 4 are low budget, cheaper, but they're very enjoyable as well. So 5's a mess. But Don Cascarelli did the first 4, and you can see an auteur making his films, which makes them wonderful. So definitely to give them a shot. They are just great, you know. So it's worth a look. If you like Phantasm, I'd try the Phantasms out first, but they are good low-budget horror movies generally. They're much more inventive than Elm Street sequels. You know, they'll just get their own little thing. They don't care. They're not trying to be a mainstream hit. They're just trying to be these weird eccentric films. Speaking of eccentric, Videodrome. Videodrome is this is a wonderful collection. This is one of the ones I bought that I'm really proud of having. So you get the box, just the background, you get Videodrome. This is the Videodrome front cover for this box set, where you get the DVD and the Blu-ray. And you also get his early films, the DVD and Blu-ray. You get Kim Newman little doc, him talking about the films. Plus you get a little booklet all about both Videodrome and the early films. So he covers a lot. You get essays, people writing about it. It's a wonderful box set. It's just a beautiful thing. Plus the films themselves are wonderful. I mean, Videodrome is one of Cronenberg's most interesting films. It's just fascinating to watch and rewatch. And Stereo and Crimes of the Future are both fascinating as well. They're his art house films, so they're definitely worth a look. So this is a beautiful box set. This is like this was sold out really quick. I was lucky. I just bought it as soon as it was on online to buy. Just like I had no thoughts about buying it. I just instantly just get it. Okay, the next one up is what I got for Christmas. De Palma and De Niro, the early films. So it's Greetings, Hi Mom, and Wedding Party. Wedding Party is the one that made the earliest, and it's the most conventional one. It's the one that's the least interesting of the three. The other two are much more fascinating. So you get Greetings, and you've got Hi Mom. These were experimental 60s De Palma films. This was what he made before he went into horror, and it's just wonderful. I've had them in DVD for a while, but I've terrible DVD copies, so it's nice to have the Blu-ray with proper transfers. I mean, Greetings is a comedy with 3 central characters, and you jump between them as you see like 3 different perspectives in the 60s. Hi Mom's insane. It's about De Niro's character from Greetings and just following him as he goes through trying to sell out and make these kind of weird arty porno things, then becoming radicalised by joining a theatre group which is like black protesters against the white patriarchy, and then finally gets even more radicalised and becomes a nutcase. It's wonderful. It's a total send-up of the young man coming back from the war and trying to do the best around that. And it's completely different from any of the other Vietnam characters coming home. This guy's insane, but insane in a really fascinating way. And it's De Palma's like, I'm going to cover these in other videos. I'll go back to De Palma season, but it's De Palma sending up what is the American capitalist media culture as they sell your own trauma back to you, so you give them your money. It's really cynical but really funny. Definitely worth a look, especially High Mom. For Be Back Baby sequence is stunning. It's still stunning. Like, even now, it'd be like, whoa, if they even showed it now. Okay, next we have The Thing. This is another one I had to buy. I'm proud of having this one because it went out of stock very quick. You get the poster with this. You get a little booklet with this. And you get the film. I used to, because they're double-sided, I just turned them around. I didn't turn the other ones around to the original covers because I like the originals better, generally. The Thing has everything you have in old copies, plus it's a 4K transfer, plus you have a new documentary about the development of the old film and the new film, which the old film is the original Howard Hawks one, and how the sequel developed. And it's just about what happened there, how the Thing developed through the eras. Plus you get a section talking about the films released in the same summer as The Thing, because it was a big release summer with Rafa Khan, E.T., Poltergeist. It was a big summer with lots of big films that came out that were influential. And you get a lot of stuff about fans talking about the film. You get various commentaries. The original commentary of Kurt Russell, John Carpenter, plus a different one. It's a whole bunch of stuff here. I haven't managed to go through it all yet. Oh well, it's just a wonderful. So even if you don't get the box set, try and get the Blu-ray from Arrow because there's a ton of stuff there. It's just a wonderful collection. Okay, next in the Arrow collection we have Candyman. Candyman is again, you get the poster, you get a booklet which is just like drawing, just pictures, the storybook pictures. Plus you get the film, you get this wonderful cover. I just turned this around so you get the original cover, but you get the other one inside. You get another booklet inside, which just talks about the film itself. And you just get a variety of pictures as well from it. And you get two different cuts of the film. You get the Candyman, you get the extended cut, plus you get the theatrical cut. So, you get a lot in it. I haven't watched much of this yet, I need to get round to it. But it's a wonderful box set. It's one I've got that I'll get to very soon. Okay. Another Clive Barker is Hellraiser trilogy. These are basic Hellraiser 1, 2 and 3. You get the films, they're nicely remastered. You get all the general extras you had before, introduced with Clive Barker and some of the actors. Plus you get a whole new documentary talking about the first two films, plus a short one about the third. How they developed, what all the problems with them. Just, it covers everything you can get. Again, I haven't really been into much detail in this one yet, but I've seen these films so many times, it's like that's why I haven't gone into tons of detail, because I know them so well. I just wanted a good copy of it to watch when I feel like watching it. Next we have Bloodbath. Bloodbath is basically, this one is, sorry I just had a brain fart there. Right, you get the booklet, what do you call it, booklet, you have the poster, double-sided poster, and you have the films. Now I say films because Bloodbath has been recut and there's 4 different versions of the films here plus a documentary. So you get the original film that was shot, it was viewed as not up to par. They shot more stuff and more stuff and more stuff. There have been so many different people, directors, actors in this film. It's insane. So it's all about the insanity of this film. I only bought it because it's such a weird story that I still haven't watched the films yet. But I'll get around to them. It's one of those things that I'll just get to as I go. Right, next is the Crimson Peak box set. This one is just out, so we'll see what happens. I've only had a quick chance to look at the film to see how the quality of it is. It looks great. You get this cover, which looks gorgeous. You pull it out as if it's a book. Then you get these cards and a poster. Cards and a poster. And inside that, sorry about this, because you get the film. So that's a lovely box set. But inside this, they even cover a booklet. This is a booklet, hardback booklet. The way they did the Videodrome as well. You get various bits of writings and interviews with Dotero, drawings from the picture. Now, Crimson Peak was an underrated film. It was well liked and wasn't loved by anybody in particular. It's just one of those films that kind of came and went. It got its own little following, but that was it. It didn't really get a ton of love. But it was enough. It got enough, but it's a wonderful film though, so it's definitely a case of, you know, try and see it. It's a really wonderful film. Just, I haven't had a chance to look at the box. I just got it through like 2 or 3 days ago, so it's like, I've checked a few of the extras out, they look good. There's a lot of extras already on the old disc, but this one just seems more complete. You get Kim Newman talking about the Gothic era, you get more documentary information from it, you get a nice transfer. It's just a really good complete collection for Crimson Peak. So now it's like there's a good version on disc. Before, the other version I felt it was like half a version of a release. Now you get the full thing, so that's wonderful. Okay, now we're going to Indicator films. And this is, we're getting to the end of this first release. Right, the first video, then we'll go to the second video. Okay, first one is Night of the Demon. So this is a Val Newton one. It's a very good cap, people. You get a post in Criterion. So you get a poster, double-sided poster. I'm not going to try and fold it out. I do any other posters either. You get a booklet, a big booklet about it, and you get the film, which I've covered. I've turned the thing around again, and you get 2 discs. And you basically need two Blu-rays, and you get the 2 different cuts of the film, the American cut and the British cut. You get a bunch of extras talking about it, a lot of people, talking heads talking about the films, from the career of Jacques Tourneur, who was the director, who worked with Val Lewton a lot, and all the producers, how it developed, how it was cut, all the rest of that. So it's a great package. Again, I haven't had a chance to go through everything, but I've been through quite a bit of it, and it's a wonderful, just a great package. It's definitely worth trying out and seeing, you know, just some great stuff on it. Right, next we have the Ray Harryhausen series. This is volume 1. You get it, you get 20 Million Miles from Earth, the 3 Worlds of Gulliver. This is a limited edition. And you get a booklet, which is great, and you get 3 discs. You get 3 titles: It, 20 Million Miles from Earth, and 3 Worlds of Gulliver. Each one you get the DVD and the Blu-ray, and each one has individual covers for the discs. And each title has some great extras on it, and commentaries, and lots of stuff about Ray Harryhausen. It's just a completist version of what you'd want from this. It's just for if you want a completionist version of Ray Harryhausen films, these are it. Also, quite a lot of them have been remastered in 4K, so it's as good as you can get for remastering. Now we have the second box set, which has Mysterious Island, First Men in the Moon, and Jason Argonauts. Again, it's limited edition. And again, you have a booklet. You have the covers, First Men in the Moon, Mysterious Island, Jason Argonauts. Again, a lot of these are done in 4K restorations. You get the individual Blu-ray and DVDs, and again you get tons of nice extras. You get commentaries. You get everything you need if you're a wee Harryhausen fan. These all look gorgeous. The covers are gorgeous. I'm not sure how good they'll look seeing them through a camera like on TV, but up close it looks gorgeous. What you can see of it. Okay, next we have the final one, Sinbad. Sinbad is a cover. Again, this is a limited edition. Again, another cover. And you get Sinbad, you get all 3 Sinbad movies. And you get another booklet. The thing about these booklets is you get a lot of writing in them. You also get like an oral discussion of each film. People talking about from interviews and talking about the film. So you get 7 voices of Sinbad, which is lovely. You get Sinbad and the Eye of the Tiger, which is the final Sinbad movie. But they also talk about why there was not a 4th one. And best of all, you get Golden Voyage of Sinbad, my favourite, which you have, you know, an epic Tom Baker interview where he goes completely bananas and discusses almost everything but the film. It's wonderful. This is great. It's 40 minutes long and it's just insane. It's worth buying the set just for that. Never mind the great films. Tom Baker going mad is just a thing to behold. So that's the collection. That's it. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll be back with the next lot, which is over there. I need to go and get them. So I hope you enjoyed this. I'll be back soon.